again. So this is round 2 of my meditation video. I decided to do it in 2 parts because there's just things I wanted to address that I didn't last time. Oh, here's my little cheat sheet. So first I wanted to address, a lot of people talk about, oh, well, I meditate while I'm running, I meditate while I'm doing yoga. And yeah, that's awesome. But sitting meditation, I feel like it's a whole different thing. Like it's its own thing. Yeah, and it really changes your brain. Science backs that up nowadays. And I know from my personal experience that it really does change how our brains function. So it's the science is there. It's just a really worthwhile practice in addition to the other ways you meditate. Another thing, I had questions yesterday. Someone was asking if they have lots of anxiety issues, what things to do. And for me, Tonglen really helps my anxiety. And I talked about Tonglen yesterday and what that was. And there's something about if I can't, if I'm having anxiety and I don't know, I can't really address it in my normal mind ways. I can't, think myself out of it or make it okay. Something about being okay with the stress, like breathing in the pain and then breathing out peace and taking responsibility for that somehow eases it. But in addition to Tonglen, there are other techniques I use because sometimes I just don't feel like it, whatever, it's not working for me. One of those is counting my breath. So it's more a pranayama yoga. Pranayama is the breathing practice of yoga. And what it is you can breathe in for a 4 count and breathe out for an 8 count. You can do a 6 count, or I like to do breathe in for 4 and then breathe out for 8. And then I do that for a few minutes, and it really does just help my anxiety. It just helps hack my nervous system, which I really need because I happen to have a very anxious nervous system. I get lots of anxiety attacks. I used to barely be able to function in the world, and then I'd feel so bad for how I was. I'd go into this shame mode because I was having like an anxiety attack around people. So then I just don't want to be around people. I've just gone through a lot of those kind of things. I need lots of tools to stay sane, which I'm thankful for because now I have lots of tools. I'm 42 now and I've accumulated a lot of tools. That's why I feel like I, looked into spirituality, in my teens in the first place because life was just so painful for me. It was just so hard. So I had to start gathering tools and things and reading about things that, can help me just to function in the world. Okay, another thing, is mantras. So mantras are wonderful. They're so unique to everyone. It can be as simple as I am enough, I am enough, I am enough, I am enough. And it just really can help just ease my mind. Another one I like to use is none of this ever happened, which for me points out the illusory nature of existence because it is all just vibrating atoms. We perceive things through our lens, and our lenses are all cloudy. So, we really don't see truth per se ever out in the world. So when we're hurting, it's usually because somehow, our perception is hurting us. Another one I like to use is, I like to think about how in 100 years, it's all new people. It's so fast. It's so short. Or whatever time I'm born in, my work is the same. Whatever time I'm born in, my work is the same. I like that one because it tells me that whatever's going on in the world, I'm here to do the same thing. Like, it doesn't matter. It kind of turns it on its head of, what's happening out there is making me feel a certain way, into how am I feeling? What is my work? Because anything out there can be used as fuel for my work. So no matter what time I'm born in, my work is the same, which is to work on my kind heart, my generosity, my compassion. And it doesn't matter what's going on out there. Like, I can always do that. So that really helps me kind of flip my story. Because Lord knows I have a story, lots of stories that I tell myself, and most of them don't help me. So that's why I meditate every morning, just so I can start to retrain my brain on how I want it to operate, to make things a little more easeful and peaceful for myself, and then hopefully those around me, because I'm not creating so much drama or conflict. There's always going to be drama and conflict, but then I can just use that in whatever time I'm born in. My work is the same. That drama and conflict can just be a good practice for me to work on being kind through it. So yeah, that's day 2 of meditation techniques that I employ. If you have any questions, just let me know and I will address them. Thanks.